class 7, welcome back to bio class. Now in the previous video we have discussed about the kingdom Monera and the structure of bacteria, right? Now today I am again here with another kingdom, that is kingdom Protista. Now if you remember in the last kingdom, kingdom Monera, which includes the unicellular organism like bacteria, blue-green algae, etc. But in this kingdom, that is kingdom Protista, here this kingdom also includes microorganism, that is unicellular organism, but other than bacteria and blue-green algae, they include some more organisms, like for example certain amoeba, okay, protozoa, euglena, and there are many more microorganisms. Basically, we are going to discuss here about Protista, kingdom Protista, which is unicellular organism and having true nucleus. What is the meaning of true nucleus? True nucleus means having the nuclear membrane. Like in the last class, in kingdom Monera, we saw that is all the organisms were having not true nucleus. They were all anucleus. That is, the nucleus was not bounded by any kind of nuclear membrane. Like if you remember in bacteria structure, the chromatic material were spreaded, they were not having any kind of a nuclear membrane. Whereas in this case, in kingdom Protista, all the organisms are having true nucleus. Means the nucleus is bounded by a membrane which is called nuclear membrane. Okay. So basically in this kingdom, all the organisms, they are having the characteristics of both plant and animal. So there are certain organisms, like for example it is given here euglena and all diatoms, they are not having chlorophyll, okay, and which is why they are not able to perform photosynthesis, and so they feed on other animals. Whereas there are certain like euglena and diatoms, they have chlorophyll, and so they can, you can see here the picture of euglena is given, which is green in color, so obviously we can understand that they can perform photosynthesis. But in this same manner, like in this kingdom, there are certain organisms like amoeba and all, they do not have chlorophyll, okay, and that is why they cannot perform their they are not autotrophic in nature, that is, cannot perform photosynthesis. They feed on some other organism or some other animal, okay. Their mode of nutrition is heterotrophic nutrition. So here we are going to discuss basically about Protista kingdom, and among Protista we are going to learn about amoeba, the basic structure of amoeba, its nutrition, mode of nutrition, then respiration, reproduction. As we have learned about bacteria, so we are going to learn about amoeba also. Now what is amoeba? Actually amoeba, this particular organism does not have any shape, okay. You see, amoeba is a very simple unicellular organism which used to be found in the very beginning, which is called, it is also called protozoa or protozoans. Protozoans were the pre-existing life. They were the first life which existed on earth. So amoeba is also one of them, okay. So let us study about the structure of amoeba. What are the organelles or what are the parts present in amoeba? You can see amoeba, there is no such particular shape. You can draw in any way, okay. Amoeba basically, they take the shape. How, what kind of shape will they have? It is depending upon the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm, wherever the cytoplasm will be, it will be moving, amoeba will take that kind of shape only. Suppose the cytoplasm concentration in one side more, and so the shape of amoeba will be like that only, okay. Like in one side it will be too much protruding. I mean the pseudopodia will form too long. If one side of the body, the cytoplasm is moving too much. So you can see here I have drawn the diagram of an amoeba and the various parts of it. You can see here, this is in the center, we can say this is nucleus, okay. And so nucleus, what does it have? It has the chromatic material, okay. I hope you remember in the last class in bacteria I told you what is chromatic material. Basically they contain the traits or the characteristics of an organism. So here in this case amoeba is also having chromatic material which is founded by a nuclear membrane. So this is the nucleus, okay. Then this dotted part, what you can see is the cytoplasm, the liquid part of the organism. Then we have this thing, you can see like the round type of thing, which is food vacuole. Now food vacuole is for what reason? Food vacuole is for digesting the food. When they eat the food, when they ingest the food, this food vacuoles present inside the amoeba, they help to digest the food. Then there are food like the contractile vacuoles. Contractile vacuole, what is the function of contractile vacuole? They help in the excretion, any kind of excretion, contractile vacuole, because when they are eating food, excretion will be performed, okay, by any organism. They also perform excretion. So excretion is basically done by contractile vacuole. Then cytoplasm, I have already said. Now this particular organism is also having the plasma membrane. Okay, now plasma membrane, if we say plasma membrane, not the cell wall, then in this case we will say this is an animal category. Okay, it is not the plants. So what more? Like there is one more thing left which is called pseudopodia. Now pseudopodia is what? Pseudopodia are like because of the movement of the cytoplasm, they form foot-like structure which is called the protruding foot-like structure. They are actually false legs. They are not permanent. This false legs, they keep on forming depending according to the movement of the cytoplasm. So this pseudopodia is also known as false leg. Now this false leg, they help the amoeba, this organism, to move forward. Okay, so this is the basic structure of amoeba. Alright. Now amoeba, as I said, this is coming under Protista group. Okay. Now what is their mode of locomotion? How do they move? As I said just now, they have cytoplasm inside them. So what happens when an amoeba moves with the help of pseudopodia? Like pseudopodia means the false foot. Okay. So wherever the concentration of cytoplasm is there, the pseudopodia is formed, and gradually they move in that way. You can see here. See this. This is an amoeba. Okay. So when the cytoplasm is moving inside, it is circulating inside. Then in one side, the concentration of the cytoplasm is more. So it is forming the pseudopodia, and gradually what happens? The pseudopodia keeps on growing, and then that's how this particular organism keeps moving forward. And this kind of movement is called pseudopodia movement, or amoeboid movement also we say. Amoeboid movement, why? Because it is being shown in the amoeba. Okay, and with the help of pseudopodia they are moving. So pseudopodia are what? They are also known as false foot. Okay, and they are finger-like projection, which is almost like a foot and which help the amoeba to move forward. Now we come to the next topic of this kingdom, that is, what is the mode of nutrition? As I told you in the beginning, kingdom Protista, they have organism having both the characteristics of plant and animal. That means there are certain organisms which will perform photosynthesis, and there are certain organisms which cannot perform photosynthesis because of lack of chlorophyll in them. Okay, so they are having both type of nutrition, that is autotrophic as well as heterotrophic. Now amoeba, basically they are heterotrophic. Okay, and how do they eat? Now again, with the help of pseudopodia only. Again, when they when this particular organism, when they see their food in front of them, then what happens? Then like this, they again form the pseudopodia in order to trap or grab the food. Okay, you can see here, look here in this picture, this particular amoeba, this is forming the pseudopodia so that it can engulf it can trap the insect or its food. And then what happens, when it is trapped, when the food is trapped, when it is fused, both the pseudopodia, when they are fused, then this food is being trapped inside, and then with the help of food vacuum, the food is digested. It is engulfed and it is digested. Okay, and then we know that contractile vacuum, it helps in the excretion. So the soluble digested food is absorbed by the cytoplasm. Okay, it is either stored or used for the growth and getting energy. So of course we know that food we take in order to get energy. So in the similar manner, all the organisms, they are eating food to get energy and to do their various activity of their body. Now we move to the excretion part. Now in the beginning, when I explained you about the structure of amoeba, then I said one organelle name, that is contractile vacuole. Now this contractile vacuole helps in the excretion. What is excretion? Excretion is the process of removal of unwanted or waste material from our body. So here also in amoeba case also excretion is being performed. Okay, this function is there. The main excretory part in amoeba is the ammonia. Ammonia is a kind of chemical which needs to be removed out from the body. Okay, so this is what is happening in case of amoeba. It is removed from the body through the surface by diffusion. Now what is diffusion? Basically what happens, diffusion is the movement of the concentration from higher region to the lower region. Okay, now excess water gets stored in the contractile vacuole. Okay, then this expands the vacuole. It is then released the excess water into the surrounding medium and shrinks. So what happens, I don't know whether you have seen that resin. Okay, if you have seen the resin, now when the resin is like squeezed, okay, when it is dried up and you put it into the sugar syrup, what will happen after a certain period of time, after maybe an hour or two, you will find that resin has swollen up. Why is it so? Because the outside concentration of solution, the water was more comparing to the inside concentration of the resin. And this is what happens in case of amoeba also. When excretion takes place, what is happening? The inside concentration is more and outside is less. So the what is happening? The extra water is being removed out. Okay, and now it becomes shrink. The amoeba becomes shrink. This expands the vacuole. Vacuole means that food vacuole, contractile vacuole. It is then released. It releases the excess water into the surrounding medium and it becomes shrink. So you can see here the contractile vacuole itself is not having any particular shape. So contractile vacuole basically is responsible for excretion. Okay, and what do they excrete from the body of amoeba? Ammonia, which is harmful for them. Okay, so that needs to be excreted out from the body, and so it is done through the process of excretion by diffusion. Okay, now how do they respire? How these amoeba, they respire? The exchange of gases occurs through the plasma membrane. As you know, this is plasma membrane. Outer side of the wall of the amoeba is plasma membrane. So what happens? The oxygen from the surrounding water diffuses into the cytoplasm. Carbon dioxide from the cytoplasm. So outside oxygen is present. Okay. So through this plasma membrane, oxygen is being absorbed by the cytoplasm. Okay, and inside the cytoplasm, like the concentration of carbon dioxide, whatever is there, it is less. Outside oxygen is more, so it is getting inside, and the concentration of like CO2 is coming out. Okay, so this is how, with the help of cytoplasma through plasma membrane, the exchange of gases is taking place. Fine. Now we'll move to the next function of amoeba, that is reproduction. Now reproduction, here I don't have to explain you much because you have already learned in bacteria. Remember, like the reproduction of bacteria, they reproduce through binary fission, isn't it? In the similar manner, what happens in case of amoeba also, they reproduce through binary fission. So what happens? See, this is nucleus, okay? This is nucleus, and when these amoeba, they are grown up, then what happens? From the nucleus, this amoeba divides into two parts. So little, like one part of the nucleus is in this, and the other part of the nucleus is here. So now there are two daughter cells of amoeba. Now these two daughter cells will perform like an separate individual of amoeba. So these two daughter cells will be like two amoeba. Okay, and in the similar manner, again those two amoeba, further they will divide in the same way, like when they are grown up, like after eating and all, when they are grown up, again from the nucleus they will divide into another two daughter cells. Likewise, this binary fission will keep on multiplying the number of amoeba, and this is how they will reproduce. Okay, and they will multiply in their numbers. Now there is one more way of reproduction, that is multiple fission. Now what is multiple fission? During unfavorable condition, amoeba develops a hard covering called cyst. Okay. Now within the cyst, the nucleus divides repeatedly to form many nuclei, daughter nuclei. So what happens? This is another way of reproduction in case of amoeba. One I said binary fission. Okay, every time it is multiplying through means dividing from the nucleus and forming into two daughter cells. Okay, and that's how they are forming into two amoeba, and then further again those two amoeba, they are again through binary fission they are dividing, and then they are forming another two amoeba. Okay, that's how they are multiplying and reproducing. Now another way is multiple fission. What happens in amoeba only? These amoeba, from inside the nucleus, within the nucleus, they form a cyst. Okay, and there they multiply in number of daughter nuclei, and these daughter nuclei, they again perform like an individual amoeba. So cytoplasm gather through around each nucleus. Okay, and finally see here, this is nucleus, and they form a kind of cyst within the nucleus, and then inside the nucleus only, this nucleus will divide into so many nuclei, and this nuclei will be then further they will be surrounded by some cytoplasm, and later on this particular nuclei, they will behave like one individual of amoeba. So that's how they are multiplying or dividing through multiple fission also. Multiple fission means multiplying by fission of nucleus. Okay. So this is how reproduction takes place. So finally we have come to the end of kingdom Protista. Okay. What you are going to do is, you will be drawing the structure or the diagram of amoeba. This one. Diagram with proper labeling in your copy. At the same time, you will draw this mode of nutrition, how they eat. Okay, what is the mode of nutrition, and only the binary fission you will draw. So exercise from page number 28, figure 2.5, figure 2.7 and figure 2.8. These diagrams you will draw, at the same time you will read this topic. Okay. So in this video, only this much. Next video, I will be again coming with another topic, that is kingdom fungi. Okay. So till then, you just keep learning and please do the work and send me for correction. Till then, take care. Bye bye.